Hello District 82 and welcome back to Rendezvous with Conference Chairs. Rendezvous with Conference Chairs is a series of episodes where we reach out to past conference chairs and let them tell us why conferences are special. So for today's episode, I'm here at a very prominent place in Chennai. To my right, I have superstar Rajnikant's house, and to my left, I have the past Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Dr. J. Jayalalitha's house. So I think I'm standing in between in the house of a person who probably picked up his style from the right and his administration skills from the left. Because he's been a conference chair, he's been the Lieutenant Governor Marketing, Lieutenant Governor Education Training, and he was the youngest district director in the world. So ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the place of Distinguished Toastmaster Sastharam Ravendran, the conference chair of Ovation 2013. Hey Sastha.
Bhavi, you are very persistent, aren't you? Vanditya?
I don't know. So how are you?
Good man, how are you?
Doing great. So I've come here on behalf of Ovation team. Finally got your appointment.
I kinda guessed. And you phone I was only thinking, oh my god, this guy is gonna come and probably ask a few questions or ask me to do something. And I see you brought a camera and hey Lekha, behind the camera.
And also ask for a treat.
Okay. Treat for what? Treat for what?
We don't need reasons for a treat, man. Come on.
I think Hinston is also behind this plan. Treat along varudhu. So, what brings you here?
Nothing other than Ovation and Toastmasters that brings me to your place.
எனக்கு ஒன்னு சொல்ல நீ வேலைக்கெல்லாம் போறியா?
போயிட்டு தான் இருக்கேன். My company still believes I'm part of their organization.
Oh my god, okay. Because Toastmasters who are watching this or who will watch this later, Lekha and Gautam are here on a Saturday morning and I don't know if these guys even work because I've been seeing a lot of videos that these guys have taken. They've gone all around the city. So if in case they get thrown out of their jobs, then Sudash, you better get ready to give them some kind of a pay and compensate them for their livelihoods.
Anyway, Sastha, so I just have quick 3 questions in which were. Okay, so Sastha, the first time when you walked into a district conference as a newbie Toastmaster, how did it feel? You know, it would have been a grand place. You would have been used to attending small meetings with 50 people, 25 people. So the first time when you walked into a hall with 300 people, how did it feel? How was that experience for you?
Thinking about my first conference is actually making me feel old. I think it was way back in 2007 or 8. I think 2008. We'd all gone to Bangalore and the conference was happening in the Nimmans Convention Center in Bangalore and there were about 300-400 people seated in the hall. Truth be told, I think more than the conference, the entire experience of traveling from Chennai as a group and the fun we had on the way and how we went and got ourselves into the conference was something that I'll never forget. I don't have a lot of memory of the events or who the speakers were. I only am able to remember a lot of photos that we took, the food we had and how we went out and had fun and the fun night. The grandeur of the fun night was never there then. You know, it used to be a very small performance. Every division used to go and do a performance and I remember me and Aditya were part of a Tamil drama play and I think I was Kattaboman and he was Vellakara Dora. Only such memories are still etched in my memory. So beyond the fact that there were so many people in the audience and it was a big conference, my first district conference, the fact that the entire of Tamil Nadu, the entire of India and Sri Lanka in fact was there and the fun that we had is what I can still remember about the conference and I was thinking I'm not going to miss any of these conferences from now on.
So okay, Sastha, now that you have told us about how it felt when you walked into a conference for the first time. So how did it feel when a conference responsibility was given to you for the first time? You were the chair for Ovation 2013. So when such a huge responsibility was given to you, how did it feel and how did you take it up?
So I think it was the first week of June 2012. I had just come back from my 3 years break from the Toastmasters Tamil Nadu fraternity. I finished my MBA and I was back here and I was going around and visiting all my mentors. I was going and thanking them for the journey that I've had so far. I went and met a lot of people. I met Saro, I met Lalita and I went to meet Nina. I went to meet Nina in her house and I brought a little memento from her. Because all these people had played a very vital role in me going to the US to finish my masters. And I thought I was going to surprise Nina with the memento that I'd come back successfully after finishing an MBA. And then after I gave her this and took her blessings, she makes me sit down, gives me something to drink, and then pops the question. She's like, so when do you want to start work as the conference chair for the next conference? I was like, I'm sorry, what was that? And she's like, I think you're going to be the best choice for the conference chair's role. And I remember I was already thinking of how much of fun it was going to be, what we were going to do, and all of it. And then I don't even remember saying yes to her. Neither did I say no. I was like, okay, we'll talk about it, and I got out. And when I came back home, the only thought that was running in my mind was, oh my God, I've missed a lot of fun in the last 3 years. I did not even know how the conference had taken shape from the last time I'd seen it. So there I was thinking how I was going to get all this done, and eventually it happened. I don't think there was any amount of fear or skepticism in my mind. I was only glad that I was back in the scene, and who's going to deny an opportunity to come back with a bang, right? So that's how I took up the role, and there was no regrets. It was such a fun conference. I think it started out my entrepreneurial journey. That's where I started how to manage a team, how to get things done, and the conference was of such high magnitude, so much of budgets involved. So I fell in love with it. I think that's where my second innings of my Toastmasters life started.
So Sastha, the final question I have is, every time we think of attending a district conference, the first question that pops up into everybody's mind is the amount of cost involved. Right, from registration to travel to accommodation, it's a huge deal for an average employee like many of us here in Toastmasters. So one question that I want to ask you is, you've been someone who has attended so many conferences. What is one reason why a member should attend a conference? Despite all the hurdles involved, despite all the cost involved, why should a member attend a conference, and what does he get out of a Toastmasters district conference?
I once read somewhere that the best investment that you can make in your life is to invest in yourself. And when you ask me this question, I can only remember of that. And it's actually funny that you asked me this question, because gone are the times when I've been convincing people to come to district conferences. I've started convincing people to come to the international convention. And if you're talking about costs and how you need to save for the trip, I think we need to find ways in which we can save more, because obviously an international convention costs us more. But let me tell you something. Just like how you go to a district conference and people who've already been in district conferences tell you that the best investment they've done in their Toastmasters journey is to come to a district conference, you get to an international convention, that's exactly what people there will tell you. And I've personally been to 4 international conventions, and let me tell you, that's the first thing that I would want to do every year, is to get to an international convention. Because there's something magical about conferences that make you come back. There's something magical about conferences that transform you. There's a lot of learning. The learning curve is absolutely exponential. And every time I get to these international conventions, I only remember this one joke about a guy who went fishing, and he was the bait that he had got over. So he was wondering what to do. And then he sees a snake with a rat in its mouth. So he decides that he'll use the rat as bait. So he catches the snake by its head, takes the rat out, and then realizes now if he lets the snake go, it's going to come and bite him. So without knowing what to do, he looks around. There's some Jack Daniels that he had as company. He pours a little Jack Daniels into the snake's mouth, lets the snake go. And after some time, when he's fishing happily with the new bait he's got, he feels a nudge in the back of his toe. He looks around to see the snake is back with another rat in its mouth. And just like how the snake came back for more, begging for more because of Jack Daniels, I think every conference in the Toastmasters world is like Jack Daniels. It makes you come back for more. And every time you come, you remember the fun you had the last time, you remember the friendship you had the last time, and you've already done so much to celebrate the friendship that you're looking for new avenues. Like how our founder Ralph C. Smedley said, you learn in the best moments of enjoyment in your Toastmasters career. The best place where you enjoy is a district conference. And if you can come to a district conference, I can vouch that it's going to change your life, because it has done to me in the last 11 years. So there's no doubt that someone should save for a district conference. And let me tell you, the youth of today are very capable of saving for what they want to do. And anyone who's cribbing to come to a district conference by paying 3,000 rupees ticket and another 5,000, 10,000 rupees for their flight, another 10,000 rupees for their accommodation, we're talking about 30 odd thousand rupees, right? Most of these people are changing their iPhones once in a year or once in 2 years, and they're able to shell out 70,000 rupees for an iPhone. If you compare the value an iPhone gives and a value that a Toastmasters conference gives, I think there's no comparison. So we can find a way if we really want to find a way, and after someone comes to a district conference, they will find a way of how to get there. And now my aim is only to push as many people as possible to get to the international convention. District 82. So welcome to Ovation 2017, the journey to stardom. See you there.